Hello, welcome to another reading. Today is August 8th. So today is the Lionsgate portal. It's 888. It is the 8th month of the year, the 8th day of the month, and in numerology, 2024 adds up to the number 8. So today is like very, very, very potent with energy, okay? Before we start, I just want to give a small explanation about what the 888 portal is, just for anyone that doesn't know. Basically, the number 8 in numerology is the number of abundance, infinity, like prosperity, anything about like manifesting and like just bringing things. It's a really great day to manifest. And once again, especially today, because it is 8/8. It happens every year. So the star Sirius aligns with the sun. So it's just a really great day to manifest your dreams. And it's aligned in the zodiac of Leo. So it's a great time to manifest any of your desires. It could be literally anything. It doesn't have to just be money and prosperity. It could be love, it could be friendships, it could be manifesting a place to live, whatever you want, really. So that is that. So it's basically just a really great day to manifest. So this is exciting. But today we're gonna see like what are you manifesting during this time, because the energy will linger for a few days as well. And we'll see if you're going to be manifesting things, if you're going to be also releasing things so that you can manifest. What will you be releasing, if you're going to be releasing anything? Like what version of yourself will come out of this after? And then we'll talk about also like different methods of manifesting that might work well for you, as well as advice, like from your future self, like after this time. But I just want to cleanse the energy really quick before we begin, and then you can go ahead and pick your pile. There's going to be 3 piles today. You're going to pick based on the cards, or you can choose based on a crystal that I will show, or a number. Because I did roll some dice and it wasn't just 1, 2, 3, so, but we'll do that in a second. First we're just gonna cleanse the energy, and I'll show you the piles. Okay, so these are the 3 piles that we have. So this is pile 1, and we have green aventurine if you want to pick based on the crystal. I don't know if it's in focus, I really hope it is. And then we have these blue cards. Pile 2 will be Cinnabrite. Hello. Okay. And these cards and pile 3 will be Lepidolite. I never know if I say that right. It's pile 3, and these cards. It's like a purple vibe. And you can take as much time as you need to pick your pile. In the meantime, I'm just going to cleanse the energy really quick with 2 things. I like to cleanse with smoke. Normally I have my window open, but there is a bug just lingering, and I am deathly afraid of bugs, so I won't be opening my window, which is not the best idea, but I don't care. So we're just gonna cleanse any negative and unwanted energies. I'll open my door so that they can exit. It's no problem. I can't turn the fan on because I have candles going, so we'll just keep that here. And then my sister bought me a sound bowl for my birthday. So we're also going to cleanse with sound, okay? If you don't like it too loud, just turn your volume down a little bit. It shouldn't be that loud, but this one, she said, is for the root chakra. This is my first sound bowl ever, so it's very exciting. But if you don't want to hear it, then you can just skip ahead and just, you know, pick your pile and then just skip to that pile. But if you want a little cleanse before we start, so that we can get clear messages for this 888 portal for those who will see this. Woo! Okay. I was like so excited to use that. But yeah. Okay, so just choose your pile and I will see you there. Hello, pile 1. This is for if you chose the green aventurine. You are pile 1. My sister also got me this star tarot card candle, which is the card for manifesting and bringing in whatever you want. So we're also gonna like this because it matches the energy that we're tapping into today. And it came with these cool matches, which I love a match. So we're just gonna light that to bring out the energy of this 888 portal. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. So first we're gonna see what is your energy during this time. What is your energy during this 888 portal? Remember, the energy can like linger, you know, it doesn't have to just be literally today on Thursday. But it's always good to know what your current energy is while you're working on manifesting things, you know? So let's just see what your energy is during this portal opening. Let's get one more. Thank you. I love when I ask for a specific amount of cards and the universe is like, here you go. All right. We have Goddess of the Moon, Hostilities, and Broken Heart. So it seems like you might be going through something. The broken heart could be within love, but it could also just be in general. Maybe you're just having a harsh time with a lot of different things in a lot of different areas of life. You know, maybe you're not too happy with your career right now. Maybe you are not happy within your relationships. It's causing some problems. There's just an energy of issues. There's just a problem. There's just an energy of issues just in general. And it's like you kind of want to, it's like your intuition is kind of telling you, maybe things aren't working right now because we're not really in tune. We're not really in flow with what we're supposed to be doing or what feels right, I guess, to your soul, to you, whatever you want to call it. And so things are just not working. They're just not working. And I'm a firm believer, if things are like super, super difficult, it's probably a reason. It's probably trying to get you to move into a different direction, which is the perfect time to do that. Because once again, this is all about manifesting. This is all about bringing in your different desires, no matter how crazy, quote unquote, they may sound or they may seem. But you're definitely in an energy of just like not being very happy right now. Your heart is not feeling very full, which no bueno, babes. We're gonna fix that. Let's just get a little more. Get some tarot cards just to clarify this energy. Yeah, you're not really at peace right now. and it's gonna require you to open up. I think that you're gonna be in a period of like shadow work right now. You're gonna have to really like dive deep a little bit, because you don't really like diving deep into your emotions, but you need to. Like, you just need to, because you're not at peace right now, and you might not even like realize that you're not at peace. So you might have to actually like sit down and think about, okay, well, why do I always feel kind of sad? Or why am I not just like, do I really feel fulfilled with what I'm doing right now? And any aspect, like, am I feeling fulfilled in this relationship? Am I feeling fulfilled in my job? Like, am I just like going through life because I just have to live day by day and I can't stop time, you know? You have to like really sit down and think about that kind of stuff at this time, because you're not going to be able to bring in something if you're still holding on to things that don't align with you, and they don't align with like what you truly want. But yeah, it's definitely going to require, it's just, you have a lot of thoughts that are holding you down. You might be an overthinker, you might have anxiety, something like that, but even if you feel like you don't, like, there's just always something kind of dwelling in the back of your head, and it's weighing you down. It's weighing you down. And maybe it's causing you to have issues with other people, or in your workplace or something like that. Or maybe it's creating a mental block, like a creative block. Maybe you're like an artist or something like that, that requires like you to actually make things, create things from your mind, and like you're having a mental block, so like you can't really create anything right now, and it's making you upset, which makes sense, especially if it's something that you love to do, you know, and now you just feel like you just can't come up with anything, you know. Yeah, but it's definitely gonna be, this portal is definitely going to open up your emotions, so that you can be more in tune with your intuition, so that you can create peace for yourself. Because you're not going to be able to do it if you don't accept that you don't like where you are. All right, so let's get some more cards. So yeah, you definitely have an energy right now of just releasing before manifesting, which is really good. I always call it a dark night of the soul, which is not like a bad thing. Like, maybe, I mean, I guess saying it out loud doesn't sound very appealing, but you need to do it. You have to do the shadow work. It just is what it is. You can't have light without darkness, you know? All right, let's see what else we have. So we have the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. I love that. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Oh, beautiful. Let's get one more, please. And then we'll talk about it. Maybe you don't want one more. And that's fine too. Anything else? Okay, I think we're good. Thank you. Okay. So we have the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success, and then energetic shift, new information, end of cycle. So 888 portal for you is the end of a cycle. You are going to be coming. First of all, you know how I just said that you do something that requires you to come up with things? Yeah, those downloads are coming. They're coming, and they're going to bring you abundance, which I absolutely love. You're going to feel regenerated as well. And it's going to create success for you, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, the sun in tarot is literally just like a very happy card, especially given that the 888 portal is Sirius being in alignment with the sun in Leo. Like, it's just, and Leo's planet is, Leo is ruled by the sun. Like, it's just, we love it. So it's very much giving 888 portal energy, which is great. So you're definitely going to be coming into your power. Once you like accept, okay, I'm having some issues right now. There's some things that I want to change. Like, I want to end this cycle. You're gonna start to feel the energetic shift, and you have to want the energetic shift as well for you to actually like acknowledge it, like when it does come, like when it is happening right now, basically. And it's gonna be great because you're gonna get new information, you're gonna get new downloads, you're gonna have new ideas, and it's really gonna open you up to a bunch of different things, especially abundance wise, which we absolutely love to see. All right, so next we're gonna see what's the portal opening for you, which we already started that. Basically, it's clearly opening up ideas, new energies for you, abundance, mending, like healing this broken heart as well. I'm not going to take these reversed because the whole deck is reversed. But let's see, what is this portal opening for you this time around? Anything else? These are the Akashic Records cards. And if you don't know what the Akashic Records are, I have a general idea, but I haven't actually done any Akashic Record work, but I do have a few books on it that I have started reading. It's basically like a library. I like to think of it as a library with quite literally everything that happens in the universe, past, present, and future. It doesn't have a sense of time. So but it literally just has all the information. It's like just crazy, and you can access it. Anyone can access it. So like basically, I mean, I'm not really sure in what ways you can access it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if like you should be like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen if I do this thing. Let me go look at the Akashic Records and see what it says. Like, I don't really necessarily know if it's like that kind of vibe, but it does have the information about literally everything, every path that you've taken or want to take or whatever, like that whole kind of vibe. So these cards just really help kind of tap into that without doing necessarily all the spiritual work that needs to be done to get to the Akashic Records. Because it does, I think that it is, anyone can do it once again, but you have to like try and like meditate, things like that. So, all right, but first we have release judgment. So holding on to judgment, whether of yourself or others, only clouds your vision. Release it and see the world and your path with clearer eyes. So the portal will be opening your heart up for you to not judge, which is great, because at the end of the day, maybe you are stuck in this period of like broken heart and hostilities because you are judging yourself. It's like you don't want to tell yourself that you don't feel your best, and you don't want to like accept that, you know? Like maybe you judge yourself a little bit for not being like, oh my God, I'm super happy, I love my life, whatever, you know? Especially if that's like your energy just in general. It might be hard for you to like accept that like you're just not happy where you are right now, and that's okay. This portal is going to help you release that judgment as well as release judgment on other people or other things. Maybe you have certain feelings about certain jobs or something like that other people do, and it causes you to judge them, but maybe realistically it's something that you admire, but it's like you just don't want to admit that to yourself because you're too afraid to do it, something like that. Then we have grounding. You're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feelings this brings. Love that, because what do we have here? The 10 of Swords, and what did I say? You might be an overthinker, or there's something about your beliefs or something that's going on in your thoughts that are weighing you down. And if you spend too much time in your head thinking about the future or thinking about the past and not living enough in the present, then your life is gonna pass you by. Like, it is. You can always think about, oh my God, where am I going? What am I doing? How am I going to get to this spot, like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And because you're so focused on what you're trying to manifest in your head, you're not actually doing anything to actually get those things, or that thing, whatever the case may be. So it's very important. It's very important to stay grounded. Elephants might be significant for you at this time as well. You should look up, like, what does an elephant mean in a dream, because there might be a message there for you. But it's saying to definitely stay grounded. This portal this year was going to help you stay grounded. Maybe you needed to see this message to remind yourself, like, this is to remind you to stay grounded. You cannot bring things in if you are not grounded in reality. Oh, look at this. Stuck in the lack. You have all the resources you need to carry you through. Whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have, it is only ego-based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. So this portal is going to help you get out of that lack mindset, because you're finally going to be releasing all of these, like, negative thoughts and emotions and things like that. And it's going to help bring peace in. Like, I think this portal is really, really, really going to help you heal and mend this broken heart. It's really going to help you mend this broken heart so that you can move forward. If you, once again, if you're always thinking about what you don't have, you're never going to get what you want. And, like, you have to show gratitude as well. Like, you have to, like, be okay with where you are at a time for you to be able to move forward. You have to be like, okay, I accept that I'm here right now, but I also accept that I need to move forward and I want to move forward. And that's fine, you know? When you are always focused on in like a negative, like, I want to be rich so bad. I want to be rich so bad. It's just reminding that you are not rich. Like, literally. And that's why people always say you need to manifest speaking in the present. I am rich. Because, and it's not just about affirmations, obviously. Like, you have to do more than just speak it, you know? But it does help. It does help. Especially before bed. Especially when you're literally, like, about to fall asleep. It might be a little difficult in the beginning if, like, you're someone that just knocks out. But if you're not someone that just knocks out, saying it before bed is great, because your mind, as you're falling asleep, it's way more open to everything, because your subconscious starts to take over as you become unconscious. So that is always the best time to do to say affirmations. Personally, I've found that it helps me the most right before I fall asleep. But this portal is definitely going to help you get out of this lack mindset of, I don't have, and I want this, because I don't have this, you know? Which will be good, because also you won't feel so all the time. You won't, like, you'll actually feel like you have a lot. You'll start to realize that you have a lot once you get out of this lack mindset. Okay. Then we're going to see what version of yourself is going to come out of this 888 portal. If you do the work at this time, who's coming out? Okay? What version of you is popping out? Which should be exciting. I might pull some tarot cards for this, but let's just see. For my pile ones, what version of themselves can come out of this portal if they put in some work? If they step out of this lack mindset and they ground themselves. Oh, look at that. We have cleanse. Ooh, and we have movement. You will be moving. You will feel cleansed. You will feel more. You will feel some of the weight off you. And you will feel like you can move. Look at this. We have death. in the back of the deck, which is literally talking about releasing your old self. I told you you're going through a dark night of the soul. That is like the death card, basically. You have to shed, it's like an ego death. You have to shed this self that you have right now if you're going to move forward. It is what it is. You have to cleanse. You have to, I always think of, a snake or something. I feel like that's like the most common thing. For them to get bigger and grow, they have to shed their old skin, and they literally just leave it. But like, obviously you're not shedding your skin necessarily, but you are going to be shedding yourself of these views, these ideas, this lack mindset that's just really not, it's just keeping you small. It's keeping you in this little bubble, and you're gonna pop the bubble during this time. But you have to do the work to cleanse yourself. You have to, like, once again, sit down with your emotions and understand, okay, I feel this way because I don't like my job, or I feel this way because I don't like the people that are around me, and maybe I need to release them, or maybe I need to just distance myself a little bit. If you're not feeling totally comfortable, like, fully releasing them, that's okay. Like, you have to understand yourself. No one can judge you. Once release judgment, no one can judge you about the things that you do that is for your own good. Okay, it is your life. You're the person that is experiencing your reality 24/7. Okay, so if you feel like you need to do something to get yourself to move in the direction that you want to go, you need to do it, because nobody's going to do it for you. No one cares enough to do it. Like, I hate to be harsh, but it's the truth. Everybody's worried about their own complex lives. You know what I mean? Like, so it just is what it is. If you feel like there's things that you really, really, really need to release, or you really feel like you need to work on, or it's just really not working and it just makes you feel not good, follow the things that make you feel good. Like, obviously don't do anything that's going to harm anyone else. But if it's not harming anyone else and it's not harming you, there's no harm in it. Like, do what feels right. That is the whole purpose of your intuition, because your intuition knows what is feeling right for you. That's why you have that inkling to go in that direction. That's why you have that inkling to go that way. And if it excites you, that you'll know that the other side of this manifesting and like this experience is that you will finally move in a different direction than the one that you are in right now, and you will finally feel cleansed and shed of the things that are burdening you, and that brings you excitement, then use that as motivation to actually do something. Okay, to actually sit down with yourself or your therapist, whoever, and be like, what am I not happy with? What is causing me hostility? What do I feel when I think about said thing? What do I feel when I'm around this person? What do I feel when I go to work every day? How do I feel when I come home? Is it your environment? Like, those are the things that you need to think about at this time for you to be able to cleanse and then move forward. Because you can't cleanse what you don't know is the problem. You can't cleanse what you don't know is there, But I love that. But it does seem like as long as you do something, you will, like, be aligned with whatever energy you're in alignment with right now, which we love to see. All right, next we're going to talk about some methods, because everybody always talks about manifesting, but I feel like not enough people talk about different ways to manifest. The same thing doesn't work for everyone. Not everyone is good at visualizing. Some people can't, like, see in their mind's eye, so, like, that's not helping, There's a lot of different ways that you can manifest, I feel like. And there's also things that you can tweak for yourself specifically, okay? You don't have to just do whatever comes out, There's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. This is just like a general idea of what a good way for you might be to manifest. I bought these cards. I made them myself. Oh, you got 2. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Affirmations in meditative state. Now, this is literally what I was talking about before when I said saying affirmations right before you go to sleep. Right before you fall asleep is like a great meditative state. Now, a lot of people think when you meditate, you're supposed to have these visions and see all these things. That's not what meditating is about. Meditating is about your thoughts come through and you let them pass. You do not dwell on the thought, okay? So you sitting down for 30 seconds and your mind starts to like be like, oh, what am I gonna have for dinner later? Oh my God, am I gonna have to go to the store? And then you're like, oh, wait, that's not what I'm like. I just wanna sit. It's a good thought, but I don't need to think about that right now. And just let it pass and then move on and then kind of just sit there, whatever. You don't have to do it in complete silence. For me, I'm a music person, so I like to have on a subliminal or something. But I focus on the sound. Because if I sing in my head, like a sound, like just, that's why people use, what are those called? Like, you know, that's why people do those things, because you focus on what that sound is instead of like an actual thought. But that's the purpose of meditating. It's not to have this like vision or something like that. However, right before you fall asleep is a great state to manifest things, because of the fact that your mind goes from being conscious and saying, no, you're saying that I'm rich, but I know that I'm not rich. It will allow your left side of the brain to shut down a little bit and then focus more on the right side of the brain, because now your subconscious starts to take over. And then that's how you have dreams and yada, 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 right? So it's very interesting that this came out after I just was talking about that, because clearly for this group, that might be something that is worth looking into if you don't do it already. And then we have journaling, which is funny because I was going to say journaling, but I didn't, because I was like, well, I'm just going to pull the cards. But for you, journaling might be really helpful. Maybe you are not someone who sees things in your mind's eye, and so visualizing is not for you, and that is totally okay. A lot of things are always like, oh, visualize, whatever. It's hard to visualize if you can't see in there, like whatever. But you can journal, okay? And you don't even have to say anything crazy. Example, one time I manifested like literally $8,000. I'm not gonna tell you in the exact context because it's gonna sound crazy, but I literally used to write how much money I was making at that time per week, and then I was like, okay, I want to have a certain amount of money by this day. And so I would like do the math of like, how much should I save per paycheck, whatever, like how much money will I need to put aside, and then how much money will I have for like spending and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, and then by the end of the next few months, I'll have this amount of money. Boom. Literally, that's all I would do. And I would either get that amount of money within the time period that I said, or sometimes even faster. And sometimes I would make even more money. And I would never, ever, ever say exactly like, oh, I'm making it by doing this. No. Don't be too specific, because the universe will give you that money however the universe gives it to you. But as long as you get it, that is what matters. So yeah, so you can journal like that, or you can literally just like kind of script and just like kind of, it's like writing a story about your life. Like, oh, I am so happy that I finally moved out of my house, and now I live how I want to live, blah, 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 you know, just like journaling in that kind of way. You can also look it up, because there's different ways to write, I guess. But I mean, at the end of the day, just write. Obviously, like sometimes just putting things down on a piece of paper is just great. It just is, I guess, because you're putting it into the physical, you're grounding it into the reality. So yeah, so those two things might be really good for you to manifest. Not just now, but also in general. Those might be really good manifesting methods for you specifically. These are just other manifesting cards that will also just help shed a little bit of light about how to manifest for you. Oh, look, last quarter moon in Capricorn, leave the past behind. You have to cleanse before you manifest. We've been saying that. I've been saying that this entire reading. You have to cleanse before you manifest. You can't bring anything in if you still have all this stuff weighing you down, babes. And don't you forget it. Let's just see one more that would help you manifest whatever you desire. Oh, new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Another big thing here. Going deeper. We've been talking about really opening up your emotions, really sitting down and being like, what is really bothering me? Like, obviously something is not working. So what do I seriously think that I need to fix? Even if it's hard, even if you really don't want to do it, you have to look deeper. You have to be honest with yourself. You do. So that would really help you as well. All right, and then last but not least, we're gonna look at some advice from your future higher self. I mean, your higher self doesn't really live in time either, but because they have experienced going through this. So just any advice that they might have to help you get through, to help maybe motivate you as well. Thank you. Your dreams are never farther than you can reach. That is so real, because you know what? The idea wouldn't be there if you're not ready for it. The thought crosses your mind because you're ready for it. Remember that. That is what intuition is. It's there. It's there because you can do it. That's why it's there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had the thought in the first place. Challenge yourself to be stronger than your challenges. Oh, I love that. That's like going to the gym or training for, it's like you have to train harder than what you do in the game. So like, let's think about the Olympics right now. Let's think about gymnastics. I've been watching a lot of gymnastics and volleyball during the Olympics. And I'm not a gymnast, and I also don't play volleyball. But I would assume that they are doing crazy things in practice. Like, let's say for the balance beam, so that they get so good at the hard stuff that when they have competition, they can up their difficulty so that even if they do mess up, fine, it's okay because their difficulty is higher. So either way, they'll still get points. But they just have a better chance of getting a high score because their stuff is more difficult. Like, you have to train harder than what it's going to be. For track, like, I used to be a sprinter, and my coach used to always say that we're always going to run insanely for practice. That way, by the time the meet rolls around, running 100 is no problem. Running a 400 is no problem because you've been running 800s all goddamn month. So you don't need to worry about it. Like, you know, that's what it is. And I don't know exactly what you're going to be trying to manifest. That's all up to you. But you are going to have to try hard. You are. It is what it is. You have to try. And then we have when you rise to the challenge, it rises to meet you, which I love that because that goes perfectly in sync with this here. If you show the universe that you are willing to put in the work, the universe will give you the opportunity. It will give you the opportunity. Point blank. Because now it's like, well, we know that they can handle it because look at what they're doing themselves. So, you know what? There you go. And your back of the deck, your success is closer than you imagine. So just keep going. I love that. and you had success before. So I think that this Lionsgate portal is going to be amazing for you. You're going to be cleansing. You're going to be really, like I said, having a dark night of the soul, and that's a great thing. You're going to be learning about yourself, about what you want, what you don't want. And you're going to be making moves. You're going to be challenging yourself. You're going to be doing different things and learning how to manifest and what ways work best for you. And it's going to work. At the end of the day, it's going to work, which is great. By the end of the year, you're going to be like, wow, my life is completely different. As long as you put the work in. So yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy. I hope that you're happy. I hope that this helped you understand a little bit and enjoy your week. Enjoy your 888 portal. Really, really use this opportunity, please. And I will see you in the next reading. And like and subscribe, comment if you enjoyed this and if you feel like you did well. Put a little green emoji for my pile ones. Mwah. Hello, pile 2. This is if you chose... Oh, hold on. This is if you chose Cinnabrite as your crystal. Okay, so first we're going to see what is the energy during this portal opening. What is your energy during this portal opening? Are you going to be focusing on releasing? I mean, we're going to be focusing on manifesting regardless, but do you have to go through a dark night of the soul first? Are you ready to manifest? Like, what's going on? All right. So, what are my pile 2's energies during this 88 portal? What are my pile 2's energies during this 88? Thank you. Oh, you got a lot of cards. Oh boy. Here we go. All right. We have Angel of Balance, door to personal healing and happiness, man holding a coin, the thinking woman, and walking away. Ooh, back of the deck energy, we have woman holding a heart and door to romance. Interesting. Well, I feel like you are going to be elevating yourself. And to do that, I think you're realizing that you have to walk away from something or someone or some kind of situation to put yourself in balance, for you to be able to walk through this door of healing and happiness. Man holding the coin is interesting because it can represent a literal man coming in, helping you with money. It can also deal with health or value. But it kind of talks about a financial advisor or like a healer. It could be somebody that you know already or you're soon to meet. And they're just gonna like bring in helpful advice concerning the action that you need to take next. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but it could just be someone that has very masculine energy, like they are very action oriented as well. Hold on one second. They could just be very action oriented as well, but yeah, they might help you. And like with the thinking woman, she has a book in her hand. There's a butterfly, which represents transformation. There's stairs behind her, like she's about to go up the stairs. She has books here, like she's reading a lot. She's learning. And so this person may come in and help you realize that you may need to walk away from some kind of situation to grow spiritually as well as like physically, which is really nice. But I mean, overall, it is already bueno, okay? Very much giving. You will find this door to personal healing and happiness. I think once you find that one thing that you want to walk away from. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of things that you want to walk away from, but there may just be like one little thing here. We did have a little bit of romance cards back there, so we might actually pull some cards for that. But let's just get a deeper look into this energy of this portal for you at this time. What might you be walking away from? Oh, look at this. Something from the past. Something from the past that is like not very giving. Not very giving at all. And it could be, I feel like once you release this past thing or person, situation, that is, it's like you put a lot of effort into something and it's just not giving back as much as you put in. And I think you're realizing that you need to walk away. Like you're realizing during this portal that you need to walk away. Especially if you want to manifest the world. You know, if you want to manifest whatever you want, you do have to release anything that is just not for you. There's just like energy of like hostilities here, of victimizing a little bit. I don't think it's you, but I do think that, so maybe if you're dealing with a person, you give a lot to this person and they just don't give a lot to you. And they try to make you feel like you're not doing enough when you, in fact, are doing too much at this point. And it's just like you can't grow because you're so focused on helping them and making them feel more comfortable, even if it's making you uncomfortable, you know. But this person could be from your past and then they're just trying to make their way back in, and like you've already walked away from them, but you might have another instance where you need to walk away from them again, or you're already like still with them. But I do feel like the energy overall is very positive. I think you're already in the direction of walking away, if it is a person. And if it's like a job or something, like I feel like you're already in the energy of like you realize like, okay, this is not working. Like I'm putting in a lot and I'm just not getting a lot back. So what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna move forward? Because I think you've been in a situation before where that has happened and you were just like, it wasn't worth it. Like it just wasn't worth it. And that's good to know when things are not worth your time of day or your energy. Let's see, what else? What else will this portal be bringing you? What else is your energy on this portal? Oh, third eye activation. Brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Interesting. So you might be very spiritual aligned. You might be working on your third your third eye chakra. Whoa. I'm dropping cards. Okay. Then we have Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Cords Cut, Breakthrough Energy. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you already know. You already know. You have a clear... The rose-colored glasses are off, babes. Like, you're like, I see that this is not working, and I'm letting it go. I'm cutting the cords. It is what it is. I have to be done. I need to move on if I want to move into this energy of light and love and happiness and abundance and moving up spiritually. And then we also have Soul Star activation, which fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. And you also got Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. So you're very much in the energy already during this portal of grounding this idea that you have into reality, of grounding yourself into the reality of like, okay, I need to release this thing or this person or situation, and it's gonna open up the world for me. It's like you already know. Now it's really just coming down to you physically doing it. Because you already did the work prior to like the mental work prior. Fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. That's very interesting. Because maybe one of your soul contracts is dealing with this person. If you're dealing with a person. Maybe you have a soul contract with them for them to learn something when you walk away or something like that. Very interesting. It's like very specific, so that might not be for all of you, but you know, if the shoe fits, then that's fine. Okay. Then we're gonna see what is the portal opening for you. So that's already like just what your energy is. Currently, just you yourself during this time. But now we're gonna see what the portal itself is actually gonna open for you, what opportunities might bring. Ooh, we have solitude. Oh, that scared me. Isn't that fitting? Isn't that fitting? Solitude, after we're talking about, ooh, okay, there's a lot happening. Isn't that fitting that we're talking about walking away, probably specifically from a person or some kind of situation, but either way, there's an energy of walking away, and it's going to bring solitude. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear. It's often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. Love that. You have to, for you to be able to walk through this door of healing and happiness and openness, being in balance with yourself, opening the world, you have to understand yourself. You have to understand what you want. You have to understand what you don't want. You have to understand what the world or the things around you are making you feel, and you need to accept those feelings that you feel. You cannot change the way that you feel unless you change like the things around you, obviously. But like if something makes you feel a certain way, that's just how it makes you feel, and you have to be able to accept that. And if something or someone is making you feel like you just can't do it anymore because once again you're just putting in so much and you're just really just not getting a lot back, not that you do things to always receive, but every relationship should be equal give and take, point blank period. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's familial, whether it's romantic, doesn't matter. It should always be an even exchange. And if you feel like it's not an even exchange, you're kind of at the point where you're like, okay, I need to just take a step back, see myself. What is it that I really want? Do I really want to stay with this person? Do I really want to still be their friend? Whatever. But this portal is bringing solitude. And I think it's bringing solitude because you know that it's what you need. The universe is not going to give you what you don't want or need, really. And I think that you've accepted that you kind of just need solitude. So I feel like you're just walking that path now. Then we have miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. So yeah, that's really nice. If you're kind of just like, wow, I got a great job, I love my family, maybe, okay, so once again, it seems like there's a theme of love here, specifically with some kind of relationship, I should say. I won't even say love, but there seems to be something about a relationship, right? So let's say you're like, okay, well, I'm focusing on the lack of this relationship that I have or that I'm in, right? And I feel like this 888 portal is going to help you realize, you know what, although this is not working, there's so many other things in my life that are working, and I'm going to focus on those, and I'm going to be grateful for those, and I'm going to pour my energy into those things or people or situations, because I know that that they are miracles, and it is a great thing to experience, and I'm grateful that I'm able to experience good things. Even though I have this one bad thing over here, I have all these good things, and that is a great part of manifesting. It's to be grateful for what you already have. Then we have be present. You are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. Something has caused you to retreat to your mind, which is interesting because we have solitude. It's time to bring consciousness to it so you can resolve it and start living life more fully again. So this could be that so be mindful that while solitude is a good thing, being too in your head is not, okay? You can retreat and be in solitude for a little bit as you really sit down and dig deep, if like that's what you feel like you need to do, or if you're completely like, I just want to be alone right now, like I already made my decision, I want to be alone, that's fine. But don't start neglecting the other good miracles that you have in your life, okay? The 888 portal is trying to show you to please just be careful with that, because it is easy to go from harmless solitude to now I'm neglecting everything and everyone in my life, and you don't want to do that, because then you're going to come back out of this solitude and you're going to have nobody, and nobody wants that. You know, you still need other people, you still need other situations and other things, you still have all these other miracles that once again you are grateful for and you should be grateful for, and that is fine. But remember to still be present, okay? You can be present while still being in solitude. And then we have pay attention. Oh, did I say this already? Oh, that's so weird. Well, it's not weird. Synchronicity right there. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So you have two cards here speaking about paying close attention to the big and small miracles that have occurred in your life, and pay extra close attention to the signs that you are being given. Take everything. See the signs. If you see an angel number, for example, don't just dismiss it. Think about what you were thinking about when you saw that number. Look it up. There's no harm in looking it up, okay? If you happen to have like a numerology book, look it up really quick. Like, pay attention to what you see. If you start talking about something and then suddenly you see a poster for it, like if you're like, oh, I really want to go to Oregon, and then you happen to see a freaking poster that's like, visit Oregon, like that is a sign, you know? Take the signs that you see. Things are not just coincidences. The universe speaks to you in many, many different ways, because it cannot speak English or whatever language you speak. It doesn't speak like languages that us humans speak. Okay, it's gonna show you different things in many different kinds of ways, even in your feelings, even in your thoughts. Okay, don't be too in your thoughts, still be present, but things show up in certain ways because it's the universe showing you things. It's the universe trying to communicate. Okay, so pay attention. Pay attention. This 888 portal is telling you to pay attention, and I think after the portal 2, you're going to be like, oh wow, I can like see things more. Because remember, your third eye seems to be activating at this time. So maybe it'll be easier for you to like see the signs like in front of you. All right. So what version of yourself is coming out of this 888 portal? once the energy is all gone and yada yada. Oh, we have happiness. Oh, look, and we have rest, which I feel like also goes in tune with solitude. Like, you're just resting. It's really just a time for you to just like recharge. I think you've been through some stuff. And with happiness and creativity, like, that's beautiful. I feel like because you are feeling more in balance. Oh, look, you're releasing fear. I feel like because you are, oh my God, I just said balance, and you have angel balance. I love that. Oh, so synchronized. I love it. I forgot what I was saying. Because you are more in balance with yourself, more in tune with yourself, and like just feeling happy and things like that, I think it will open up different ideas for you. If you're creative, I think it'll just be a really good time for you. Maybe you like to just do art randomly, like maybe that's not your job or anything, but you might find different hobbies or something like that. And it doesn't have to be something that's like artistic either. Like, you could like to hike or something, you know, but I feel like it's just gonna open up, and it might open up different like creative ways for you to flow in life, like for you to experience reality. Like, now your mind is going to be more open and accepting to like different ways because you have this third eye activation, which is very interesting. Okay, so the 80-day portal is all about manifesting, and it's very easy for people to say, oh, manifest on this day. Not everybody knows what the best way for them to manifest is. So I did make some manifesting cards with just like different kinds of methods on how to manifest. So we'll see what comes out for you. You don't have to do exactly this. Like, if you try it and it doesn't work for you, then that's fine. Like, it's okay. But it's kind of just a guideline, I guess. Okay, law of assumption. It might help you to just assume that what you're doing or what you want is for you. You're just like, well, I have this thought. I'm just assuming that I have this thought because I should be acting on it, you know? Obviously, as long as it's a safe thought. You know, not harming anyone, not harming yourself, etc. It is for the good of all parties involved, especially yourself. But, you know, that might be a really good way for you to just kind of bring things in. Like, just like, oh, well, I'm assuming that I found this random sale because this is a great time for me to go shopping. Like, you know what I mean? Just like kind of stuff like that. So just look it up because I mean, I'm not giving a very good, what's it called? But I mean, I feel like that's just how you use it in day to day. So, but if you do want to do some law of assumption, what's it calling? That might help. As well as, you know, scripting did come out on the back of the deck. So maybe it would help you if you scripted like the same things, like, oh, like just scripting as assuming that things are working in your favor already. Just literally just assuming that everything works in your favor is really what that is. Like, is the grand scheme of it. Obviously there's a little more to it, but that just might be a better way for you than just visualizing or something like that. However, because you have this third eye activation, it might be possible that visualizing might also just be really good for you. Like, it just might be like a faster way for you to manifest. Let's see what other days. Leave the past behind. Once again, walking away. It's very important for you to manifest. You have to walk away from things that are just not serving you anymore, things that just don't make you feel good. It's easier to manifest when you are like genuinely just happier. Let's see. Embrace the flow of life. So yeah, literally just like assume that everything that happens is because it's happening for your highest good. Period. And I feel like that's how you can just embrace the flow, because you're just like, well, I assume that this is happening to me because it's what's supposed to happen. So like, I assume that this is a great thing, or I assume that this opportunity came to me because it's an opportunity that I probably should take. Obviously use your discernment, you know, like assuming might not always be the best thing, but in terms of just manifesting specific things, I think it can very much work for you. And last, we're going to see some advice from your future self. This reading is not as long as the other one, because I think that you're already on the path, really. So you don't have like as much work to do. Like, you have work to do, but you're already like halfway there, basically. Oh, one was a little different. Okay, let's get some advice from your future self. So like after the fact, you know, after this 888, after you did this little work that you have to do, your higher self is like, hey, I got some advice for you. Maybe to help give you motivation to do the things or whatever. Answers appear when you release the question. Look at that. Assuming. Instead of being like, I don't know, is this for me? Assume that it is for you because it came to you. Assume that the thought is yours because it came to you, okay? Once again, good thoughts. Like, obviously, we all gonna have negative thoughts or something like that, but you don't need to accept those, okay? You can accept whatever thoughts you want to accept. Was it this group that I was just talking about, meditating? I can't remember, but always asking and not looking at what the answer is. It's just like you need to, you will see the answer. Sometimes it seems like you just have an energy of not paying attention. Like, I feel like that is just a very big theme here. Like, just pay attention. I feel like the universe is sending you many answers, and it's like probably answers that you don't even need to ask the question, because the universe sends you the answer before you even like consciously are like, oh, I don't know what to do about this or whatever, you know? Like, the answer is like already there. You just have to pay attention, okay? Be brave and authentic. Be the brave and authentic soul you were always destined to be. Be in the present, okay? If you feel like you need solitude, if you feel like you need solitude, take the solitude. Still remember to be present, and still remember to not neglect other people or things or whatever. But, you know, be yourself, okay? Follow what feels right for you, because that is how you're going to grow and elevate and move forward. You have to follow your own path, your own intuition. You are living your life. Look for, oh my God, look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have known all along. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. How many times has it been talking about pay attention? If you keep seeing something, please, the universe is like, please. The universe is pushing this stuff into your thing. So maybe like you keep having some kind of sign about like opening your third eye or something like that. Maybe that is just the path that you need to walk, babes. Okay? Don't be scared. Just go do it, because that's coming out here. I'm sure it's come out before. Like, maybe it'll really help you be more in tune with yourself, with your intuition, and that in itself will help you lead more of a happy, fulfilled, whatever you want in life, because everybody wants different things, but it will open up doors to happiness and abundance and prosperity. Okay, that's what this 888 portal is all about. Manifesting whatever you want. If you want happiness, follow the signs, babes. They are there. They are there, okay? Just look for them and see them and accept them. Don't just be like, oh, I saw 444 today. What does that mean? What does that mean? You need to like look at the signs. Don't just see them. Understand them. Look at them. Really, really see the message, okay? Like, the universe is like, for the love of God, like, please. And last but not least, let's see what your soul is whispering to you. Look, creative! Ah! Oh my God, you're like so in tune. We had creativity right here. And we have creative, an inborn tendency for creativity, finding your creative passion, making a living as a creative. So maybe you guys are people that do like art or something like that, or something that requires creativity that like is not like a standard kind of thing. It's kind of different for everybody that does it, because everybody has their own creative mind. And maybe you keep getting signs to like pursue that, but you're like, I don't want to be myself. I'm too scared to be myself, because what if people think I'm weird, or what if people don't like what I make, or blah blah blah. Don't think like that, okay? Assume that you have this creative gift because it is for you, because you can help people, because you can give people something, even if you're not necessarily helping them. Like, if you can give something, if you are making music, for example, and you're like, I don't know, what if people like me? Somebody will like your music. Somebody will like your music. Somebody will like your art. And it will affect someone in a positive way. I promise you that. I know for me, I listen to random ass bands and stuff like that. And let me tell you something. They have quite literally shaped my life differently, because I'm a music person. So I really care deeply about, like, I like to have music on all the time. I really love music. And once I found these random bands, like, it's not random to me, like, you know what I mean? Like, there might be random to a lot of other people. Usually people have no idea who I'm talking about, but it's not random to me. Like, they're very important to me because I'm just my person. Like, I'm just myself. Like, and you have to remember that as a creative, somebody is always going to want something that you give. There's so many people on this planet, okay? There's a reason why you specifically have whatever creative ideas that you have. Please follow the signs. Like, they're there. This is a sign right here. You watching this is a sign. Your soul is like, be the creative person that you are meant to be. We have Spirit Baby. Lessons you learn from your child. A child meant to do great things. You will become a parent in this life. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe you've learned to dull yourself a little bit creatively as a child, and that's why it's so kind of difficult for you to do it now and like just accept it. But release that, babes. Walk away from that, okay? And maybe you will become a parent. Maybe you're pregnant now. If you are, congratulations. But your spirit baby is coming through. And then we have, oh my God, authentic living. I'm so sorry. These are two different decks, okay? I just want to point that out. Be the brave and authentic soul you were always destined to be. And then we have authentic living. Being true to yourself is important. Inspire others to live authentically. You value honesty and openness. I mean, once again, you can't make this up. Like, be yourself. Be yourself. Those thoughts that keep reoccurring are reoccurring because follow it. Follow it. If I have to yell at you during this, follow it. Follow it. Oh my goodness. Maybe you have a creative idea that just keeps popping up. Follow it. Just do it. Just do it. It doesn't matter. You're never going to be fully ready to do something. That's not how life works, unfortunately. No one can ever prepare you for anything that you are going to do in life. You can train your hardest for a freaking marathon and never run the actual marathon because you're too scared. You can always say, I'm going to save up a lot of money so that I can move out or so that I can go travel and do whatever. And you can spend your entire life saving money and never actually go travel or do said thing. Like, you're never going to be fully prepared. You have, at some point, you have to just be like, whether or not I'm ready, I need to do this now. Like, it needs to be done, okay? It needs to be done. If you want to open up an Etsy shop and sell stuff, yes. Is Etsy a little problematic? Absolutely. But if you feel like it's going to work for you, at least in this moment, at least you're starting, it's better than nothing. Just do it, okay? Just do it. Put out your art, put out your music, put out whatever creative thing is coming to you. If you're a tarot reader, like, this is a creative thing. Like, I'm reading intuitively. Like, I'm looking at these cards, I'm interpreting them. The person on this other side of the screen could be interpreting all of these cards way different than I am, and that's okay. We're all creative minds, we're all different. I like to set up my setup differently, like, based on what I'm doing a reading for. Like, I get to use my creativity in that kind of way. I get to use my creativity when I make spell jars and, like, yada yada. Like, you can be creative in so many different ways. So whatever it may be for you, whatever this creative idea is for you, please follow it, because your soul is telling you to do it. And now especially is the best time to do it, because remember, 888 is all about manifesting. It's all about bringing in your true desires. It's all about, like, you have an infinity, like, the universe, I mean, I think that the universe is infinite, okay? And if the universe is infinite, you know what that means? That means that every single possible timeline that you could want is available to you. You just have to walk in that direction, and it'll eventually change your timeline. It will shift your timeline to that timeline that you are trying to be on. But you have to put in work. You can't just, I keep seeing that maybe I should do this, and I keep feeling like maybe I should do this, but I'm just not gonna do it, and it's just gonna appear. Nope, not how it works. You have to meet the universe halfway, babes. And you can only do that by living authentically, okay? It's not gonna feel wrong if you are doing what feels right for you. Whew, you guys got me sipping. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you got something out of this. Enjoy your 888 portal. Go do some law of assumption. Go do some scripting, you know. Really think about what you need to walk away from. Maybe you need to walk away from this idea that whatever creative thing that you have is not good enough. Okay? Keep that in mind as well. I don't really know what was going on with the love thing, but it went in a different direction. So maybe you focusing on this and focusing on the signs and actually listening to them, maybe that will bring love. Maybe that's why that was popping out in the back of the deck, just saying, like, hey, you know, if you do this, you know, if you don't already have love, okay? But thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, leave a little light bulb in the comments if, you know, this reading spoke to you and it resonated a little bit. Please like, subscribe. I will be posting, you know, every week. I also post on TikTok for, like, just shorter readings as well. And I do personal readings on my snip feed, which you can find the link in the description box. But have a great, blessed week. Enjoy this 888 portal, and I'll see you next time, pile 2. This is just a random extra message for pile 2 for you guys. If someone from your past has ever made you feel like you are not enough, and that is why you are never paying attention to the signs and, like, always thinking, no, this isn't for me, or, like, you keep having this reoccurring thought that has to do with a creative thing that you do, and you just don't want to do it because somebody has once before told you that you're not good enough. I need you to know that you are good enough, okay? You have that creativity innately in you because it is meant for you, not for that person that has made you feel otherwise, or any relationship, because it doesn't have to just be one person. Maybe it's, like, just a thing, like, maybe you went to friggin' art camp when you were younger and everybody seemed to be so much better at art than you. Art is subjective, babes. Remember that. Like, I'm not trying to sound like cliche or whatever, but it's just like the universe truly is really it's just really trying to get you to, like, do something with your creativity, and it requires you to be yourself. Do not dull yourself down because other people can't handle it. That has nothing to do with you, okay? If they can't handle you, that's not your problem. You will find people and clients and customers, whoever, that will want you for you, okay? Because I don't know if I made that clear. in the other, like in the actual reading. This is like just a little bit after, but yeah. Mwah. Hello, pile 3. This is for the pile if you chose lepidolite. I love this crystal. It's really about accepting change, allowing the flow of the universe to just, allowing yourself to be in flow, to change and not resist it. Ooh, sorry. But now is the time for you. So in this 888 portal, we're gonna see what your current energy is, like while you're going through this portal, while the portal is opening and opened. Let's just see what your energy is as of right now. Ooh, the World. I feel like you're very open. I feel like you're very open to things. I'm not gonna take reversals. I think you're very open. I think you're very open to new possibilities. I also feel like you're very in tune with your third eye right now, which is so interesting because I had to change my candle. This over here, I don't think you can see it in the screen, but this over here is my altar for like dreaming, for spirituality. So like my third eye, like my crown chakra, because I do a lot of dream work and I need my third eye to be open, you know, so that I can see. That's how you see when your eyes are closed. But I digress. And I had a purple candle before for my crown chakra, but it ran to the bottom, the last 2 readings. So yours is the only one that has this blue candle. And I was like, okay, well, blue candle, third eye chakra. And what came out? The 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, which I absolutely love. And like, this is like my little spell jar that I have. It's not really little, but this is the spell jar that I have to help increase my intuition and everything. So I like to have it next to my bed, which is why I have it here. But I just think that that's interesting that that came out. And then I had just changed that candle. I actually am lying. I am gonna take reversals, even though I just gave you that whole spiel. I feel like your third eye is usually open, but maybe you're just ignoring it a little bit right now. Because we do have storm warning here, which is interesting. Because maybe you just feel like something is not right or is not going right. Now, I would say that right now, I'm not really feeling that something necessarily bad is going to happen to you during this time. I just feel like maybe you're just having anxiety that something bad is going to happen, whether or not it's actually true. Especially with the World here, it's just like, let's pull some tarot. But there's definitely an energy of like not being fully in tune with your intuition in the way that you normally are. Okay, it's not that like your third eye is closed, for example. It's just normally you're very in tune with yourself, and maybe just right now at this time you're just not feeling as in flow. And then we have Journey here also in the back of the deck, and I feel like Journey and the World together is very interesting because to me it just represents like literally just going on a journey and discovering the world, discovering everything that you like in every sense of living, of reality. Let's get a little more in depth about your energy right now. Why we have this storm warning, why we have this 6th chakra in reverse, in the World. What's going on? What is my pile 3's energy during this 888 portal? Ooh, thank you. Yeah, see, look at that. We have the 9 of Swords. There's definitely an energy of anxiety for some reason. Something is like causing you anxiety. But, well, I think it's causing you anxiety because like you don't want to make a mistake again. Maybe there's something that you have experienced. It's like you've had a weird inkling before and then you were like, okay, well, I don't want to do that again, because maybe it just didn't turn out the way that you wanted. Which is interesting. I said I wasn't going to take reversals, but I don't know. Maybe I mean, first I said I wasn't going to take them, then I took it. But now with the tarot cards, I'm like, I don't want to take them. All right, we'll read it both ways, and we'll see what resonates. I feel like you do have an energy of just being a little anxiety ridden right now. Maybe you're just living in your head a little bit. You're just worrying about something. Like I said, maybe it's something that you're just like, maybe you're not sure if you should fully invest in something or not. You don't want to be stuck. That's your problem. So you're worrying about something because you're like, okay, well, I want to experience the world. I want to see the world. I want to move forward. I want to do different things. I want to change, right? And like, but you're just like not sure how to do it, or you're not sure if that is a direction that you should go in, and it's making you nervous. Like, it's making you like worry. Because you're not sure if you should walk away from what you're currently doing, or if you should just wait a little bit longer and like let it grow a little bit more so that you can bear the fruit when it's actually ready to be harvested, instead of harvesting too early and now everything is not ripe, if that makes sense. I use a lot of metaphors because I don't know what's going on in your life, but because the King of Coins to me he's a very balanced man. He's a very balanced king. He has all these pentacles and everything, and like this way of life, because he has taken the lessons that he has learned and he turned them into something. Like, he was like, okay, I know, like, I have invested in something before and I felt a little weird about it, but I did it anyway, and then I kind of regretted it after because it just didn't work out the way that I want. So now whenever I have that kind of inkling, I know not to do that thing. Maybe I should like think about it a little more or get more information, whatever. Like, he actually like learns from what he does, and I feel like you're right now during this time of the 888 portal and this period of like, okay, I know that something needs to change, or like I think I want change, but I don't know how to go about. I don't know how to go about it. And you're really just confused if you should just, because you don't, once again, like, there's a sense of not wanting to be stuck, because we have the hanging man here, and the hanging man is just, he's stuck. I mean, this hanging man is a little different than most tarot decks. This one is like, he's like diving head first, naked, so he's really vulnerable as well, and he's like being very open to his insight, to his intuition and everything, and so he's taking a deep dive into the subconscious, and because he's taking a deep dive into the subconscious to like really learn about himself, it puts a pause on his life, because he's like, I need to like focus on myself right now. So it kind of has like just a little bit of a different meaning, but either way it's still a meaning of like halting a little bit. And I feel like you don't want to be halted. Like, you want to like continue exploring the world and moving forward and whatever. But for some reason, you just can't see what the outcome is. I think that's why the third eye chakra came out reversed. Which is interesting. Okay. Let's get a little more. It's always good to know what your energy is during this time, because you have to like cross your T's and dot your I's if you're gonna manifest, especially on such a powerful day. And you still have time to do it. I probably should have posted this a little earlier, but I'm actually recording this on the 888 portal day. Like, I'm recording this on August 8th. That's just how it worked out. But I'm still hoping that a lot of people see this, and I'm still hoping that people still use the energy that comes up, you know. Angelic frequency. Angels are here. You're safe. Potent connection. Okay, so it's like, once again, you're usually really in tune with your, like, you're a very intuitive person. You're very spiritual. Even if you don't think that you are, like, I think that you're like way more in tune than you think, if you don't believe that you are. But this is just reiteration that like right now during this time of the 80-day portal, like your angels are here. Like you are okay. You don't have to worry so much. Like you kind of just gotta follow what you just feel at this time. Like if it doesn't work, that's not a bad thing. Like, can it sometimes suck? Yes, but like sometimes you need to, once again, he had to go through a bunch of stuff for him to really obtain his kingdom, and he had to like learn different things and stuff like that, which means that he had to take many different risks. I feel like you have to be okay with taking risks if you're gonna move forward. That's just, it is what it is. You're not gonna be able to move forward if you don't try something. You have to be okay with the possibility that you might fail, or that you might, or that it just might not even that you would fail, but that it might not just work out the way that exactly that you want. Then we have solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. Okay, so now is definitely a time. I feel like you are in a very creative and like, what is the word that I'm thinking of? I guess creating. Literally making something out of nothing. Like that is your energy right now. Like you can literally make whatever outcome that you want. So if you do want to move, or when I say move, I don't mean like necessarily like move where you live. It could be where you live or something like that, but most of the time I'm speaking in metaphors or something. Like if you want to move, like just change up your direction of life, I guess right now, you can't be so worried about what might go wrong, okay? Because if you focus on the bad, you're gonna, not that you're gonna bring bad things to your life or anything like that, like nothing is really bad necessarily, but if they're like, you just have to focus on what you like, what you do want to bring in, really. Otherwise it's just kind of gonna take away. Sorry, I'm like so thirsty. But you do have a lot of willpower. You do have a lot of like you like to do things, you want to get things done, which is good. But just you're just in a period of worrying a little bit. But your angels are here to tell you, don't stress, babes. It'll be okay. All right. So that's the energy that you're in during this time. Now we're gonna see, what is the portal gonna open for you? What is the portal opening for you at this time? Damn, I barely shuffled. I think there's one more card in here though. Oh, thank you. Actually, there's two more cards. All right. First, we have abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it's on its way. Once again, it's clear that you are in an energy of like being nervous because you don't know what's going to happen. But for you to be able to manifest, you do need to believe that it's coming to you. Once again, don't focus on the possible not good things that might come to pass. You don't want that to come to pass, so don't focus on it. It's really that, like, I know it sounds really, one, cliche, and two, just super simple, but it's literally the easy, like, it's just the truth. Like, just don't focus on that stuff. It helps to meditate. I think I spoke about this in the first pile, but meditating is not, the purpose of meditating is not to just have these like insane visions of seeing your spirit guides and whatever. Meditating is for you to not focus on and dwell on every single thought that comes into your head. Like, our brains are constantly creating thoughts, okay? There's gonna be 10, I don't know how many thoughts pass by. I'm not gonna give you a number, but let's just say randomly, like, you get in 10,000 thoughts a day, babes. Like, and it's just like, if you dwell on every single one, you're never gonna move. You're just gonna be living in your head. Like, at some, like, so something that is important when it comes to meditating that helps in real life, which we'll get to in a second, is if you are able to let your thoughts pass by, then you won't dwell on it so much. If you have this thought like, okay, what could go wrong? And then you start dwelling on that thought, you can be like, oh, wait, I don't need to dwell on this. Like, just let the thought pass. It's just a thought. It's not my reality. It's not the truth. It's not a fact right now. Like, it's literally just a thought. So I don't need to focus on it. That is the point of meditating, because it becomes second nature for you to like let go of thoughts that do come in that you don't want. That's the whole point of it. So as long as, even if you only meditate for a minute a day or something like that, if you are able to like sit there in silence or whatever, you don't have to be in silence if you don't want to. You can say a mantra, or you can listen to a subliminal, something like that, like meditative music, whatever. If that helps you like be calm, that's fine. But if you can sit there, and when you start thinking about, oh my God, I'm thinking about a movie that I just thought about, and then you can be like, oh, that's not what I'm sitting here for. I don't need to think about this movie right now. I'm just sitting here so that I can just let the thought pass. Okay, whatever. And then go back to like thinking about or saying the mantra, or listening to the subliminal, whatever. That's the point, so that you can like not dwell on every single thought that comes into your head, because all these thoughts, not all the thoughts matter. Focus on the ones that matter, okay? And when it comes to abundance, when it comes to bringing in abundance, you have to be able to like focus on, yes, I can receive that. I can have this abundance. 888 is all about infinity, okay? Number 8, that's the infinity sign. Literally anything that you want, you can manifest. Like, especially if you believe that the universe is infinite, there is no amount, there's no finite amount, okay? You can't, like, abundance is for everybody. Everybody could be rich if they really wanted to. Like, the universe is never gonna run out of abundance to give, okay? It's never gonna run out of love to give, right? Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, then we have open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another, to let your walls down and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. Oh, that's very nice. So maybe there's somebody in your life that is trying to tap in to your heart a little bit. You gotta open up for them, you know. And it doesn't have to be romantic, you know. It could be like a family member, like just trying to like get closer to you, or a friend that is trying to get, or somebody that wants to be your friend, something like that, you know. Or it could just be in general, like just open up to like different possibilities of good things that could happen. Don't always dwell on the bad stuff, okay? Open up to the good things too. Then we have pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Just pay attention to the signs that you see. Once again, I feel like you're already a very intuitive person, so I feel like you know when you're seeing a sign. Make sure you actually, like, acknowledge it, okay? Don't just, like, you know, because the universe is sending you the sign so that you can actually believe, like, hey, maybe I am on the right path. Hey, maybe I am doing what I actually want to be doing, and it's actually working, you know? Like, it's good reassurance, you know? Because sometimes you need that. Then we have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you have never imagined were possible. I love this. This, once again, I mean, you can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Like, have faith. Once again, we're talking about everything will be okay. You don't have to worry so much. It's gonna be fine. Like, the universe is like, it's gonna be fine. Like, chill out, all right? Because you're making things harder than it needs to be. And is it hard to trust and open up? Absolutely. But you just need to do it, okay? Because you don't want to make yourself be stuck because you're so untrusting to the universe. The universe is not after you, babes. It's not. The universe is going to help you if you help yourself. That's just how it works. It's just, everything is energy. And once again, it doesn't speak in human language. So if you put in energy into positive thoughts and things that you do want to bring in, and like you actually try to bring those things in, and you try taking risks, and you try just so you make the change, you know, because remember, I feel like you have a little bit of energy of like not wanting to be stuck. It's okay, you're not going to be stuck. Just because of the fact that you don't want to be stuck, you're not going to be stuck, okay? Like, but you still need to do something. And I feel like you know what you want to do. You know what you want to do. Just do it. Like, it's okay. Have faith that it'll be okay. Okay? If things are a little difficult, that doesn't mean that it's not for you. It just means that, okay, you just have to deal with that. Like, that's just what life is. You just have to deal with things sometimes. But it doesn't mean that it's not for you. It doesn't mean that it's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Have faith. It's fine. Overall, it's fine. And then we have stuck in lack. You have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It's only ego-based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. I mean, it's just reiterating. Don't focus on the stuff that you're worried about. Don't focus on the worry. Point blank, period. I'm not even gonna elaborate on that, because I mean, we've been talking about it this whole time. It's really just another confirmation. Okay. Whew. Sorry. My throat. Okay. What version of yourself is going to come out of this 888 portal? Okay. Whoa. Let's calm down here. First, we have protection, which I love. Remember that you are protected. Remember that you are safe. It's okay. Like, I think you're gonna realize during this 888 portal that you are protected, and you're gonna be like, okay, I guess I don't have to worry as much as I think that I do. Okay. And I think you're gonna realize, wow, I don't have to be in pain all the time. I don't have to think about pain all the time. I don't have to worry about being in pain all the time. You know why? Because I'm protected. I don't have to be sad all the time. Now, this could go one of two ways, okay? Because the path has not been walked yet. So the way that tarot is it's guidance, and it's also like you still have to make a decision. This is just based on what we're seeing right now, okay? Then we have cleanse and intuition. Okay, and I was gonna say that because I feel like there's two versions of yourself that could come out of this 888 portal. There's one that releases, that opens up, that accepts, hey, I can accept abundance. I'm paying attention to the signs. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm doing the thing that I'm intuitively feeling that I should do. I understand that I'm protected. I understand that my angels are with me and I'm safe. And I don't need to worry so much. I can just move forward and everything will be okay. Okay? Period. Right? There's a version of you that's coming out of this 888 portal that feels that way and does that, and it's great. No problem. Moving forward. Then there's another version of you that sits in the pain, sits in the worry, sits in the sadness, doesn't listen to their intuition, doesn't cleanse this like negative thought process that you have, and doesn't open up, doesn't allow the abundance to come in, just stays like, and you make yourself stuck because you are focused on being stuck. You're so worried about not being stuck. This version of you is so worried about not being stuck that it made himself stuck or themselves stuck. And that's what I mean by not focusing your energy so hard on things that you don't want to bring in. Because it's very, very easy for you to bring that energy in because you're dwelling on it so much. If you're living so much in your head and you're so worried and you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to do this because what if I mess up? Or what if I fail? Or what if it doesn't go right? And then you don't make a decision at all. And then now you're just stuck in the same spot. And now you miss the opportunity altogether. Now you are stuck because you didn't want to make a decision before. That's what people mean when they're talking about don't dwell so hard on the bad thoughts, on the things that could go wrong, because it's going to make you not actually put any action in. You're just going to worry about it. That's literally all it is. You just worry about it. So there's two versions of you. Which one are you going to choose to be? Are you going to be the one that actually just finally lets go and doesn't worry so much? It's okay to worry. Like, we're human beings. We're going to feel emotions. We're going to, like, be scared, whatever. But, like, are you going to be the version of yourself that actually, like, moves anyway? Because you feel like, okay, that's just what I want to do. And yes, it's a little bit scary, but who cares? Everything is a little scary. Like, living life in general is scary. Waking up every day in general is terrifying. Like, the fact that we're living in this reality of a third dimension, what the hell does that even mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you can always be scared of something. Are you gonna be this version of yourself that is like, okay, I'm gonna power through and I'm gonna change something that I want to change, or I'm gonna move, or I'm gonna manifest, or I'm gonna allow abundance to come in, I'm gonna open my heart to somebody or something, or allow myself to be my open self and be an abundant being? Or are you gonna be the version of yourself that stays afraid, that stays stuck, that doesn't move because you're like, I don't want to mess up? Or do you want to be the version that you're so terrified of messing up that you just rather would not try? You can't do anything if you don't try at all. You're going to be stuck in the worry if you just keep worrying. Okay? It's interesting because the other two piles, well, we're not going to talk about that, but you have two options here. You haven't made either one yet. So I think that this reading is very important for you, actually, because it, like, just what are you going to do with this information? You know, because I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. So this is like current energies, you know. But yeah, so you do have the two. If you really are not liking how one of them sounds, that'll be your motivation. Okay, now we're going to talk about manifesting a little bit. Everybody always talks about, oh, manifest this, visualize this. Visualizing doesn't always work for everybody, so I wanted to provide just a little bit more of what might help you manifest the things that you're trying to manifest at this time, or just any time, you know. We all have different ways of manifesting that works for us personally. We're all different people. We all live different lives. We all have different interests, things like that. So let's just see what the best way for you to manifest, especially during this 888 portal, is for you to manifest the things that you want. All right, little cards. Thank you. Visualization. Okay, so maybe you just are the type of person that is good at visualizing. That's totally fine. It's just not everybody is. So that's why I like to offer different options. But for you, visualizing is a good thing. Which is why it is important that you don't always dwell on what you're worried about. Because if you're good at manifesting based on visualization, based on your third eye, which obviously you're very in tune, because once again, we were talking about the third eye and stuff before. That just seems to be like your kind of vibe. Sorry. It is very important that you're not dwelling and you're not constantly daydreaming and thinking about all the things that could go wrong, because that is the best way for you personally to manifest, and you don't want to manifest that energy if that's not the energy that you're trying to manifest. So keep that in mind as well. Maybe that will help you like not dwell so much, because then you'll be like, okay, well, I don't want to, and I don't want to say that to scare you, because it's not like that. Obviously, once again, like, we have thoughts, our brains are always going, like, you're not gonna like literally wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, I'm never gonna have a bad thought again. Like, that's not what I mean. And that's like, it's not gonna manifest just because you think about it like for like a little bit. But if you dwell on something so heavily for like months, like, yeah, you're gonna realize, oh crap, I'm sitting in this freaking thing that I'm dwelling on that I don't want. Like, you know, it's this, like, it's just, you know, once again, I'm not trying to scare you, but it does seem that visualizing is just something that you're probably good at. So just make sure that you're actually visualizing what you want and not visualizing shit that you're like, oh my god, I really was not trying to bring that in. Okay. What else might help my pile 3s manifest their dreams? Attune to the divine. So yeah, I feel like once again, like your angels are here. They're letting you know multiple times in this reading that they're here. If you need help, ask for help. Like, just be like, hey guys, I'm struggling a little bit. You think you can help me? Like, open up my mind and like open up my heart and accept abundance, things like that. Maybe they'll send you some signs, because we had information there. We had some cards there talking about different signs. Cool your emotions. Ooh, interesting. Cool your emotions. Yeah, because once again, like maybe you just get so wrapped up in like, oh my god, I'm so scared, blah blah blah. Chill out. Chill out. They're literally just like, chill out. Like, don't snowball of bad ideas, okay? Like, no, you don't need to do all that. It's gonna be fine. Like, you need to chill out. Are those really your emotions, or are you just being extra? Like, that's really what they're saying. Once again, I feel like your guides are a little harsher. Because the other piles I was like kind of nice, but with you I'm like, chill out, bitch. Sorry for cursing. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Take inspired action. Because once again, if you don't want to sit still, then you have to do something. Practice gratitude. It is important to practice gratitude. It is important. Okay, you worrying means that you are, it could mean, I won't say it does mean, but it could mean that you are like not grateful for like everything that you have. You're not grateful for your thoughts and your being, how you are, etc., right? Because now you're just like, well, I'm so scared that something bad is gonna happen. Why are you thinking that something bad is gonna happen to you? Why are you thinking that? Like, has something bad always happened to you? Just because a couple bad things might have happened to you doesn't mean that innately you have this bad thing that always happens. Like, that's not how that works. Oh, I just had deja vu. Whoa. So that is probably important. But being grateful to even have the opportunity, being grateful to even recognize, hey, I think I need to move forward, should be an automatic thing, because not a lot of people experience that. The fact that you are able to even choose what to focus on is a great thing, because a lot of people, they automatically go there. And I say that only because, once again, I have this feeling that you are very spiritually in tuned normally. And for some reason, there's just something, I don't know, there's just something going on at this time that is just making you stress. And the universe is like, why are you stressing? Like, have we ever let you down? Like, your spirit team is like, hello. Tough love, for sure. But just practice some gratitude, okay? Be grateful for everything that you have. Be like, you know what? You guys have always come through for me, and I always come through for myself, so I'm going to be grateful because I know that I can do whatever I want. And we have know your worth. You do need to know your worth, because if you knew your worth, you would understand that you can have the abundance and you can open up and things aren't going to be so terrible, okay? Yeah. You deserve good things. You can receive good things. You can believe that you deserve them if you know your worth. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. That being said, last but not least, we're talking about any messages from your future higher self. Any guidance that they want to give you to help you get through this 888 portal. Ooh. Oh goodness. What does the future higher self of my pile threes want to say to them at this time, please? Big dreams are built by those who do the work. You gotta do the work. You gotta do the work. You have many layers of truth to discover, and reach for your dream knowing that it's already coming true. Boom. Oh my God. Oh wait, no, your thing is visualization. You've had the power all along. Now you just need to believe it. I love that. And everything is unfolding as it should be. I love that. And you know what's interesting? The back of your deck here, of the other one, you had detoxify and you had go deeper. And I was going to comment on it, but I didn't. But now you have many layers of truth to discover. I feel like maybe there's just whatever the situation is that's making you worried, maybe you need to just go deeper into it to see why it makes you so scared. Because maybe there's something there. That might be important. And maybe once you do that, then it'll be easier for you to like accept and like open up and realize, hey, I'm worth it. I can have abundance, you know. You might have to like just change a little bit of a mindset that you have. But once again, if you don't want to be stagnant, then you need to dig, babes. You need to walk. Do whatever metaphor that you need to do to get yourself to move forward, because it's not just going to happen by you dwelling on the bad things that could possibly happen. You need to actually do something to put yourself on that good path, because like I said, you haven't really chosen a path for this 88 portal yet. So, and you don't have to like freak out and be like, oh my God, it's already 88. Like, relax. Okay, the energy is still there for a few days, but it's really about, and once again, you don't even have to like fully make the step to the path yet in the few days. It's really just accepting what way you want to go. That's what's important. The intention of where you want to go. Reach for your dreams knowing that it's already coming true. You have to know your worth. You have to know that it's gonna work out and that it's gonna be fine. If you are reaching for this, you have to be like, I'm reaching for it because I know that it's mine already. Boom. Any other soul whispers from my pile of threes? Oh, true love. Oh my God. I do think that you need to open up your heart for true love to come in. If somebody is trying to knock on your heart, let them in. Maybe that's what you're worried about. Maybe you're scared that somebody's gonna break your heart again. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. Experiencing true love in your life being... Oh my God, sorry. These cards don't have any punctuation. So it's just like, it's just weird. Experiencing true love in your life. Being in a loving long-term union. A selfless and unconditional love. I absolutely love that. Maybe that's what you're worried about. You don't have to be worried, okay? Not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone is out to hurt you. Like, maybe that person just wasn't for you. And then we also have community. So maybe, because it doesn't always have to be romantic either. Like, maybe you don't want to open up to, like, the people that you work with or something like that. Or, like, people that are around you, like, long term. Like, maybe you're, like, not very open to them. Be open to them. It's nice to, like, meet new people, have new friends, do different things, you know? Difficult road. Spirit of perseverance. Oh, my God. Being prepared for great things. Yes. Walking the hard path in life. Maybe you're afraid that the path that you choose is going to be hard, but that's just life, babes. Once again, like I said, just existing in itself is already hard. So, like, you're already doing it. Like, it's okay. Just do it. You can persevere. You are good. Like, you have protection. Like, you are worthy. You are able to... Maybe you don't think that you can handle anything that's going to come your way, but you absolutely can. Oh my God, we have marriage. A marriage meant to elevate your soul. You will marry in this lifetime, experiencing oneness in marriage. Oh, if you are worried about love, because I wasn't even talking about love this whole time. So if that thing that is scaring the crap out of you that you're worrying about is you falling in love with someone or someone falling in love with you and they're trying to open you up. Because abundance doesn't have to just be money, okay? Abundance could be anything, anything. This 888 portal is about manifesting anything. That's why it's infinity. You can literally manifest anything. So if this is talking about love, yeah, open up, because love isn't knocking. And one thing about love is it don't play. So it's gonna come to you whether or not you worrying about it and dwelling and not moving forward with it. I won't even say that you're gonna miss it, because you might miss it for right now, but it's gonna come back because it's clearly meant for you. Oh, look, we have ancestors. Clearing ancestral agreements, pain. Oh, now they have, what's it called? Commas and stuff. Pain, trauma, limiting beliefs, imprints, healing, ancestral line, and future. So once again, I just feel like your spirit team is very prominent here. Like that's why I was coming at you a little crazy before. They're like, hello. Answers within. Connecting to your higher self, strengthening your intuition, letting your intuition guide you. You already know what you want to do. If you love this person, let them know. Oh my god, so sweet. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile threes. Thanks for being here. I really hope that you got something out of this. Please leave a little heart down at the bottom if you felt like this resonated with you. If you got something out of it, love that. Just so you know you're here from pile 3. But please like, it really helps. And please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because I will be posting weekly readings. And I am going on vacation, but I will still be posting something. And follow my TikTok, FloralMoonTarot. It's the same name. Because I do like a few readings a week on there as well for free. And if you ever want a personal reading, I will leave that link down at the bottom. But I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you get through this 888 portal. I hope you manifest everything that you want in your life. And have a blessed day.